The banjos are back by high demand, might I point out. I got to tell you, I am loving some Hawaii golf because there's nothing better than Friday and Saturday night still being able to watch live golf. Until I remember, I got to go record the motherfather Showdown Hoedown. It's late as shit, and if I don't get this out, you're not going to have anything to watch and get you ready for round 3 tomorrow. So here we are. The round's not even over, and I'm making this, okay? I know what the cut's going to be. We got enough to roll, so we're going to roll. What's up, new guy? I'm the Degenerate 75. I'm a high-limit DFS player who focuses on golf and football, but for the next several months will only be golf. So if you like the cut of my jib, check it out. Like, subscribe, do all that shit. Here's my schedule. You have the emergency stream for Classic on Wednesdays. You're here for Friday night, round 3 Showdown. Of course, we'll be back tomorrow for round 4 Showdown. And coming up in February, the Sunday Tilt, where I'll get people to come on and hang out and watch golf with me, okay? Also, a lot of people have been wanting me to get back to prize picks. I will do some prize picks at the end, but you got to wait till the end because, well, there's a good chance they won't even have lines up for PGA, and so we just got to do what we got to do, okay? Let's start with a little week-long. How's week-long treating us? Well, Bob, in 2 words, not well, okay? Because I had one rule in my optimizer this week. I used the solver. I made 222 lineups this week across DraftKings and FanDuel, and I don't want to hand make those, especially after doing the live stream and doing all the contest winners Wednesday. So I just go use the optimizer, and I got to tell you, the first week it has done fucking fantastic. Problem is, I set one big rule on it. I said every lineup must have either Tom Kim or Sung Jae Im. So that's not good when that's your one rule you have, and both those motherfathers miss the cut. I mean, what are the chances? I'd say maybe 3 or 4% of the time both those guys miss the cut. So what are you going to do, right? If you don't know, Cut Sweats is the best site out there. It lets you know how all your lineups are doing. If you're interested in it, look at that. I got a promo code right here. It's new this year. So you better go use the new one if you want the first month half price off. Degenerate 75, all caps, if you like what you're seeing here. As you can see, the cut rate this week, hovering around 5%. Sung Jae missing. Tom Kim missing. Shit, Jordan Spieth might miss the cut, too. The way he's falling apart down the end. I just saw him on 17. Looked like he had a birdie putt. Surely he'll birdie the 18th to get in. But we'll see. It's gotten pretty nasty, right? You go over here and you look at my contest. As you can see, I have 0 6 of 6s this week, right? That's what happens. I wanted 60% Sung Jae. I wanted 60% Kim minimum, and I wanted to have at least one of those guys in all my lineups. And when you do that and they both miss the cut, well, you get a bunch of 0 6 of 6s. So literally I have 0 6 of 6s. That's the game I play. Sometimes I go down in flames, right? It looked really good for a while because I got all kinds of guys. If you go look at my player pool over here and you sort my current scores, look at that. I got Montgomery in 64 lineups, Lipsky in 39, Buckley in 24, Taylor. I mean, I had a great player pool mainly because I just played the weather edge like a fucking 5th grader who can read the weather, and I did really well. But it doesn't matter because I don't have I don't have any 6 of 6s. So whatever. Maybe we can if this rate gets low enough, we can save a couple min cashes at 5 of 6, and we'll go get them again next weekend. Not to mention we got Showdown this weekend, you motherfather. So if you think this is cool and you want to see how your lineups are doing and you want to simulate all of you, if you want to know how you're doing at Showdown and want to simulate, see how much your lineups are worth, if you have a real chance of winning real money, you just come over here to Cut Sweats. It's the best. It is the coolest damn site out there. I've used it forever. I used it long before I partnered up with them. So if you want to try it out for half price for half a month, right there, all caps, Degenerate 75. Hopefully you have more of 6 of 6s than me, because it's pretty impressive to have 0 6 of 6s across 222 lineups. You make bold stands, sometimes you go down in flames. I'll never change. I'll never change. All right. Let's see how the course played today. Hey, the course, look at that. Let's get a quick refresh. We know it's going to be -2. Almost everybody's off the course. The course played a little bit easier today than yesterday. But here's what I really want to take note of. Look at that. The morning guys scored 1.1 shots better than the afternoon guys. Imagine there was a dude Wednesday night who said PM AM is really going to have an advantage. I can't promise you anything on Thursday, but if I had to bet Friday morning, those guys are going to light that course on fire. How does he do it? Am I a magic man? No, I read the fucking weather. It's not that hard. You guys got your picks, whatever. And you're like, well, you got Tom Kim and Sung Jae Im. So does everybody else, dumbass. Okay, I wasn't playing them because of the weather. I was playing them because they were the best players, and they suck this week. That happens sometimes at PGA DFS. Okay, so I'm not losing any sleep over it. All right, so that's how the course is playing today. I think that this is important because I think tomorrow for round 3, we're going to see this course play a lot more like it did in round 2 than it did in round 1. Matter of fact, I think we'll see it even trend a little bit easier depending on where they put the flags. Sadly, because I'm recording this so early, we're not going to know where they put the flags, so I'll just have to save that for the Discord. All right, from there, let's get over to contest selection. A little disappointed in my boys from DraftKings and a little happy with them at the same time. First of all, a little disappointed because football's back tomorrow, so they just went full wiener mode and dropped our beautiful $100,000 big $20 pitch and putt down to $80,000. So now first place, instead of being 20%, is now 25%, right? Second place all the way down to $8,000. 10th place, $300. Get Get the fuck out of here. Get out of here with that crap, right? So that kind of sucks that they did that. I get it. Once golf's king again in February, we won't have to deal with this nonsense. I'll tell you what, the little $5 drive the green, not so bad. 22% to first, not the worst. 1/50th of that to 10th, not great, but whatever. There's worse. But here, you want to know the nuts? I got the motherfathers to put it up again. I got him to do it for week long. I got him to do it for round 2 showdown. It's this one. This is the one I've been campaigning for forever. 20 max, $10, right? I know you can only do 18, but it's close enough, right? Let's take the victory, okay? With a balanced payout structure and not too much money going to first. This is the nuts. This is a good number of showdown lineups where you can play and have a good sweat, right? This is the tournament to play in. Just remember, every time you go enter a lineup, you are casting a vote to DraftKings to say, I like these kind of tournaments. So go get in tournaments that are sustainable and enjoyable to play in, and not these fucking lotteries that basically, the 99.9 percentile players are hitting all the time and scrubs never hit, right? That's just what you're doing. Which, by the way, I did very well in it today. The first round 2 when they did today, here it is. There was still, when I took this picture, you can see that picture was at 9:02 Lord's time zone. So I've probably moonwalked a little bit since then, but I think I'll still finish with, probably one in the top 10 and a whole bunch in the top 100. So good day. Just went all early, guys. Stayed away from M and Kim because I was just doing it as a week-long hedge. So can't wait to play in it again. Gonna keep pumping this tournament. Go get in this, the $10 18 max. If you don't, first of all, if it's out of your price range, I get it. But if you play $200 on Showdown, why the fuck would you not be in this? What the hell is wrong with you? Get in it. Okay, sorry. I'm getting a little passionate. All right, let's get to the first thing we always check. It is, of course, weather. Because if you don't know, weather makes a difference. I know a lot of you, but I've got some picks, and my picks say this. Fuck your picks, okay? It's just just play the game. Just play the game. I don't know how many times I got to say it. I don't care how many times I got to say it. I'll just keep saying it. I don't give a shit. All right, tomorrow, beautiful. It looks beautiful out there. Not going to be much wind all day. I think, generally speaking, they'll all do very well on the course. We are adults, and we don't have super forecast over here, so we're going to go check another site. Let's go look at Willy Weather. They say the same thing, very, very light in the morning, picks up to gentle at the peak. The only thing I would be worried about, and this is just from watching golf today, it does seem like the course is a little crunchier in the afternoon. They're not able to land it. The greens are not near as soft in the afternoon as they are in the morning, which for any of you that follow golf, you're probably saying, well, no shit, it's 80 degrees there. They bake out. Well, okay, but not everybody knows that, dickhead. So I'm trying to inform everybody. So because of that, I think you gotta work this magical balance tomorrow, right? Do I want guys going off early? Which, if you don't know, the guys going off early, I assume they're not going to do split tees. It is the PGA going up against the NFL, so maybe they'll go full bitch mode and go 3s off of each tee and try to get everybody done by, 1 o'clock Lord's time zone. But if typically what they do on Saturdays is they just go off 2 at a time from T1 all day, for 6 or 7 hours, right? If they do that, you have to do this delicate balance. You have to ask yourself, do I want the guys going out early who are going to have the best scoring conditions? However, those guys have not been playing as well the first 2 days. That's why they're going off early, right? They're all the motherfathers that just barely made the cut. Or do I want the guys that are playing better who are going to be going off later in the day and will have slightly more wins and a slightly, harder, more difficult course? That is the balance you got to walk tomorrow. I'm not telling you the answer. I'm telling you the 2 choices you have to pick between, right? Maybe the answer is a combination of both, but that is the biggest thing to consider. This is all assuming that they're going off in 2s, so be checking tee times. If you're wondering why I'm not talking about tee times right now, it's because they're still playing the 18th hole right now. I'm up here creeping Jordan Spieth out of the corner of my eye. So, I can't tell you that, bro, but you know who can? Twitter. All right, which, by the way, it's some toxic motherfathers over there. You can't faze me. You can't faze me, you losers and psychos. All right, let's see. We're going to check a third site because I have heard the Weather Channel does weather. And as you can see, just absolutely beautiful in the morning, roasty. And then it gets about to what it was today, 79, 80 degrees, very light winds. I think they're going to do very well on this course tomorrow, right? We'll talk a little bit more about that at Prize Picks. It is getting very late in the night, and I'm wondering how the hell am I going to have time to go do my Rosetta Stone, make my video from my Discord, and get lineups made. Well, it's simple. I'm just going to go use the solver, right? I'm telling you, I just used the solver to make all those lineups, which I was winning the $5 today. I was winning the $100 single entry, the $200 single entry, the $10 18 max. I was winning them all at one point. I will be the first to admit that I did do all AM, PM. So my lineups have been moonwalking a little bit since then. And as I've already told you, I have Tom Kim and Sung Jae. So I ain't winning shit this week as far as big money. But it was fun for a little bit. And all those lineups were made with this, right? It's not the solver's fault that Sung Jae and Tom Kim both decided to suck a fatty on the same tournament, right? I love the builds that it got me. Very good lineups. Very, it balances everything you want. If you want to check it out, you want my projections for my point projections and my ownership, which are really important when making lineups. Just simply go use the landing page. It will be in the description of this video. Go use it. Dozens of people sign up. They love it. It's just, I don't get how you could ever make, if you're a person that hand makes 10 lineups, 20 lineups, I don't really think you need this. But if you're a person like me who's entering multiple hundreds of lineups on Wednesday night, I couldn't imagine life without it. So just something to consider if you want it and you want my projections and the ownership, which is the best in the industry. It'll be right in the description. Sometimes you just got to adapt, right? Data golf's running a little behind. So what are we going to do? What are you going to do? So we're just going to come over here and use Rick's site. He has a live leaderboard. It's running about a hole behind, but I think it's good enough to really paint the picture of things we need to look at, right? So as you can see, we got, who do we got leading right now? We got old Kirk and Spawn leading. My boy Taylor Montgomery, love that guy, is right there in third, right? So the first thing I always look at whenever I'm making my decisions is in Showdown, because you got to remember, Saturday Showdown. You know what? There's not finishing points. And even if there was finishing points, those are overrated AF. Get away from them, okay? So what I will tell you is in Saturday Showdown, we simply want the guys that's going to go out there and make the most birdies, right? Really, the dream is to get a guy that goes and makes 9 birdies and 9 bogeys. That is so much better than a guy making, 3 birdies and 1 bogey, right? It's just such a better round because the birdies count so much in Showdown, right? So anyways, I'm still watching Spieth up here to see if he makes the cut. So if you see me lurking up here, that's what I'm doing. So the first thing I always consider is who had the best rounds today, right? Because if you want to know, well, who's going to be the most popular? Well, first of all, it's very difficult to project ownership for Showdown, right? But I can tell you the first thing that is the first clue is guys at the top of the leaderboard, guys coming off of good rounds, and big names that were ball striking. That's like the holy trinity of guys that get ownership. So with that, let's go look here. We're going to look at JJ Spawn had a massive round today. Nick Hardy, Hayden Buckley, Brian Stewart. Basically all these guys that shot -5 or better today, not counting Gary Woodland because that loser missed the cut anyways. But all of these guys right here, I'm just auto out on, right? Because none of these guys are good enough players that I would expect them to have. I would guess for most of these guys, this is about a 90 percentile outcome. And I just am not going to assume that they are going to have a 90 percentile outcome 2 days in a row. And when you factor in that I got to pay an ownership premium on that, no, sir, boss, I'm not going to do it. So right there, guys like that, I just instantly X out. I'm not telling you to X them out. I'm just telling you that's what I do. That's the first place you can really start to eliminate some people, right? The next thing I like to do is I like to go sort by total, and I want to go find these creepers right here who just snuck across that -2 cut line, right? Who are these slimy bastards that just made it? It looks like that Zach Johnson. Oh, Spieth. I just see Spieth missing a putt. Was that for eagle or was... Oh, he almost missed the tap in. This is hilarious. And then he missed it picking it up. This is a tough scene, Jordan. Oh, he didn't make the cut. Sorry. This is great. I should do the Showdown Hoedown live. All right. So these slimy guys that just got across the cut, I'm looking to see what Zach Johnson's going to do here, see if he's going to make the cut. And I really want to go find a guy down here because no one's going to play these guys. And these guys, if they're showing any signs of being, having some form, they're going to be in the best conditions tomorrow. So when I see a guy like Tom Hoagie, old cheesesteak Hoagie, I know his stats haven't looked great. You want to see good approach with Hoagie, right? And we're not exactly seeing that, right? Well, at least today, because I have it sorted by round 2 right now. But you know what? No one's going to play him. So it's a tremendous leverage guy who's going to be out. And I guarantee you, if he gets a birdie or 2 early and you get old cheesesteak Hoagie feeling good, he can go out there and route this course. All right, some other guys. Oh, so here's another one. Look at old Russell Knox. Assuming he makes the cut, because once again, we still got a couple holes left, and this is running about a hole or 2 behind. But if he makes the cut, I don't mind that approach. Right? These are things that I want to see. I'm just looking for some really sneaky. Oh, Nick Taylor right here on the cut line. Oh, give me some Nick Taylor. Oh my God. Kurt Kitayama gonna smash tomorrow. Grayson Sigg. What a ball striking motherfather he was today. How on earth did he not score better today? What am I missing? Oh, I'm looking at around the green. That would explain. That's ball striking. So I was looking at approach. Sorry, I'm used to using another site, but they're down right now. So back to approach. Oh wait, I totally lied. Hoagie did do good on approach today. Troy Merritt, unbelievable on approach today. This is ball striking. So these are 2 really good categories. Russell Knox, nuts. Nick Taylor, nuts. Kitayama nuts. Wow, a lot of good ball striking guys. This might be a great range to go get some dudes. Oh, did you see Adam Finson's hole-in-one today? A lot of people are going to be chasing that because they saw it on TV, assuming he makes the cut, right? So that's the next thing I do. I'm going to go look at all these -2 guys because you're going to get them at an ownership discount tomorrow, and they're going to be playing in the best conditions. So the first thing I do is I'm eliminating those guys to the highest that had coming off the best rounds, and then I'm going to look at these guys who just these slimy bastards that squeaked across the line and are going to go out there firing at pins tomorrow and not give a shit. Which, by the way, I will tell you the best round 3 scores at the very end when I do prize picks. So hang around for that. The next thing I want to do, did anybody just like totally step on their dick today around the greens? Like, did anybody just kill themselves? Well, Austin Cook did, but the problem is most of these guys, this is still sorted with everybody in the tournament, so you got to like stop and look and make sure these guys are still in the tournament. Like Zach Johnson, yes, he didn't ball strike today, but you know, like that around the green was horrific. Now, I will warn you, 3.5 strokes putting is goofy. That's goofy. Poor Jordan Spieth. My God. He did he go from first round leader to missing the cut? That's I believe Pat calls that going full Keegan. I have to agree there. Let's see. Anybody else that really just gave it away that made the cut here? Problem is, none of these guys made it. Anders Albertson. Look at that. Little rally to make the cut. Okay, I don't know if I want to count on him to continue to pick up 3 strokes putting. But, you know, like that, these are some things to look at. No one's really standing out here. The next one I like to do, did anybody kill themselves off the tee today, right? That could just be one ball out of bounds, and all of a sudden you lose 2 strokes, right? And so I like to look at that. Did any of these guys make the cut? Brennan Steele made the cut and was horrific off the tee today. So it really makes his ball striking look bad, but his approach was above average today. So you got to kind of be able to see through the bullshit stats, right? 2.56 legit could just be 1.5 bad drives, and you've already lost 2.5 strokes off the tee. So you got to take that into consideration. I would go look at his actual round today and see if he was doing it hole over hole or if he just, you know, fucking screwed up 2 holes. Okay. Let's see. Who else? Chad Ramey. Okay. Well, he was really bad ball striking today. Let's see. Anybody else make the cut? Adam Scott. Look at that approach versus that off the tee. That's incredible. If Adam Scott, which by the way, Adam Scott has been struggling with his driver for a while, so I would not assume he's going to get that figured out. But if he does and he continues ball striking like that and he's somehow turned into the world's best putter, Adam Scott is a dude down there that people just aren't going to play, I would imagine. Let's see. Anybody else that really just killed themselves off the tee but was decent overall? Once again, love Troy Merritt. Love Troy Merritt. I mean, like, as far as just stats go, right? There's more to it than stats. It's, you know, how good of a round are they coming off of? How good historically are they at this? What kind of conditions are they going to be playing in? But if you're just looking at stats, approach is the thing that is most directly correlated to success in a single round of golf. That and putting. But putting is obviously a lot more variant, right? Although I will tell you, Troy Merritt's an above average putter, brother. All right. Ooh, Ben Martin. Oh, okay. No one's going to play Ben Martin. So those are some things I'm looking at, right? The next one, of course, is ball striking. Did anybody just have a great all-around ball striking round but didn't score particularly great, right? Like Adam Svensson. Like that, losing 3.43 putting is insane. Like he would be very, if anybody could do that 2 rounds in a row, it would be Adam Svensson. But I wouldn't count on that, right? If you're just playing the putter normalizes. And if you don't know, Adam Svensson is almost a break-even putter over the past 2 or 3 months. So if he can just get back to, like, say, lose half a stroke, he shoots a -5 today, and now all of a sudden he's like in a really good lineup. So I'm not afraid to go there. My boy, oh my God, Carl, you animal. I love Carl Dune this week. That's pretty nice. That's some pretty nice ball striking. Let's see. Let's go find somebody who did not have a great round. Oh, Marty. I wish he would have made the cut. He was ball striking the hell out of it today. Anybody else? Joseph Winslow. Okay. First cousins of Eddie Winslow from Family Matters. I mean, if you want to punt, there's a guy that's ball striking and can't putt. I shit on people all the time for using that as the end-all, be-all stat. Oh, he's ball striking, but he can't putt. Okay, that is a thing to look at. I'm just saying, like, if that's the only thing you use to make your decisions, you're a bit of a simpleton, okay? That's all I ever say about that. But if you are one of those guys, and I'm not opposed, I'm one of those guys too, it's just about the 4th most important thing I look at, okay? And so because of that, Joseph Winslow, on the radar, on the boop. That's, we'll be checking him out. Anybody else? Nakajima, okay. Nakajima. Now, wait, we just had Winslow from Family Matters. Now we have Nakajima Plaza, which I believe is from Die Hard. I don't know. Let's see here. What else do we got? Nunez. All right, but he had a pretty good round today. I don't know if I want to chase a good Nunez round, which, by the way, I was all over him today. His ball striking was incredible yesterday. Anybody else? Ooh, there's one for you. Found him. Russell Henley. If Russell Henley's going to keep ball striking like that, yes, he's not a great putter around the green, but he can get it figured out for a round. I've seen it with my own eyes. All right, so there you go. A couple things to remember. First of all, don't forget, this is not completely updated. Some of these guys might have double bogeyed the last hole, which would be impressive seeing it's a par 5. But they could have done that and missed the cut. So make sure you double check and make sure these guys are made the cut before you go put them in your lineup, right? And you remember, lock's probably not going to be till about 11 a.m. tomorrow, Lord's time zone. And the other thing you want to look at are they going out in 2s all day, or are they going off 3s off of both tees to hurry up and get this done so they don't have to compete against NFL? I don't know. But I will tell you this. If you want to know, you want all this put together for you and you don't have time to be a sweaty bastard like me and go look at it, just go check out this thing. It's called the Rosetta Stone. I put so much time and effort into this, right? Everything you need to know for Showdown is right here, right? Who are the good leverage plays? Who are the pivots? This is actually the freaking This is the week long, but I have one for Showdown. They just donkey ass editor sent me the wrong one, but it has everything you need to know: bounce back regression, short game regression, price relationship, all of the things you need to know. Okay, and it will be right there for you to reference. Okay, instead of taking 4 hours tonight doing this, between this and the solver, you can make 50 lineups in 30 minutes and feel like you've made an informed decision. If you're interested in that, go check out my website. I got a website, and it's badass. It's right here. The Showdown Hoedown. I got Tiger Woods. All right? People, the site's cool. Yeah, and that connects you to my Discord. Be part of the best community out there. If you're a negative bitch or you want picks, you need not bother coming because you're gonna get booted. I'm not one of those people that's like, I need your money. I don't give a shit. I'll boot your ass and give you your $10 back or whatever, all right? So just know that if you come over there. We're looking for the right kind of people. Let's see. Moving on. Now I was trying to get Fantasy National. Don't forget to like and sub. Don't forget to go check out this season-long preview I did with all my buddies. Give me a like and a follow over on Twitter, and always reach out to me. I won't big dog you. I don't take myself too serious. Looks like I got a couple DMs to check. All right, the last thing, I'll leave prize picks for last. Here is the 4 guys that really scaled out well in round 3 scoring, right? It's not on round 3, but I have them marked from round 3 scoring. These are all guys, if I go back and I click round 3 for you, and I go look at the last 12 rounds, which is what I did here, just so you can get an idea historically, because that's a mindset for Saturday scoring, right? It's guys that are going to be attacking pins and going after it. We want to be after that. So here are some guys that are relatively cheap. Of course, the better players score better on round 3s, but who are some cheaper guys that you could get? Well, Poston, McCarthy, Aaron Baddeley, and Nate Lashley. What the fuck? I don't know, but I can tell you they do really well at round 3 scoring, okay, over their past 12 rounds, which, you know, is probably the last 3-4 months, depending on how many tournaments they've played. So those are some sneaky guys to consider simply if you just want a different thing to look at. By the way, all that historical data will also be on the Rosetta Stone, so you don't have to have a membership here. All right, last thing. I'm going to go on a limb and say Prize Picks does not have this up. If I'm doing Prize Picks tomorrow, things I'm looking for is I'm going to be very aggressive. I would look at the flags. Let's see where the flag sticks are going to be, if you know how to do that. You want ones that are more in the center of the green, not tucked in corners. That makes it harder to score birdies, right? But from there, I am going to plan on playing guys who go out the earliest and who have the softest lines, right? Like I imagine Hoagie, because he hasn't played so well the first 2 days, they're probably going to hang a really sloppy like 4.5 birdies or something on him. I'm looking to take overs on things like that. Guys who are good players that are going to be in the best conditions, I want to play the overs on birdies and the unders on strokes tomorrow, right? The key is, if Prize Picks gets carried away and they go drop like a 65, you don't want to be paying for 5 unders tomorrow on strokes, right? So if they're putting out stupid 65s, don't do it. If they have 68s, 68.5s, those are the ones you want to attack, because I think the course will play about a shot to a shot and a half under par tomorrow. And for good players, we should expect them to get a -2, which then would be the 68 you would need to cover the 68.5, right? I would not play fairways, and I would not play greens in regulation, because 2 days of watching this, there's been a lot more scrambling than I anticipated. So I am not playing greens in regulation, which is getting it on 2 shots below par. And I'm not playing fairways, because even when I've seen guys hit good drives, it all the time is rolling off into the first cut. So to me, those are 2 sucker bets to stay away from. The last thing I want to tell you about Prize Picks, somebody put this up on Twitter, and I looked into it, and it was really interesting. When you do that new 6 bet, your expected win rate goes down dramatically. Okay, don't do that. Play in the 5 and the 4s. They're so much better mathematically to play in, right? And I'm telling you once again, you're going to want to play guys who are coming off of good ball striking rounds, who are playing as early as possible, lazy numbers that they're maybe hanging on a guy like Russell Henley, Tom Hoagie, people like that. And guys that and we're only looking at strokes and relative to par. We're playing under on the pars, over on the birdies. That's what I would be doing tomorrow, okay? I will treat Price Picks with more respect moving forward, but I just made a point to get this at the end of my video so that to remind my bitch ass to start doing it again. Sorry about the mid-video delay. What do you want from me? I'm just a simple guy doing videos, okay? I can't help it when their site doesn't work. I will say they do tend to be very consistent, so I'm surprised that our boys over at Data Golf were down today, so I will not shit on them. I appreciate their great site. With that said, I hope to see you tomorrow for round 4 Showdown breakdown. Make sure to go get in that $10 18 max if that's the kind of budget you play, right? Go check out Cut Sweats, and of course, check out the Solver if you want some help making optimized lineups. It's been real, fellas. I hope you kick some ass tomorrow. Hope to see your name on the leaderboard. But most importantly, I hope you enjoy this outro.